Thank you very much. It's a great honor to have the leader of Argentina, a place that I love, I've been to, and one of the most beautiful places in the world, president. And I really want to thank you very much. And he's MAGA all the way, to make Argentina great again. I heard about him when he was campaigning, and even before his campaign. He's a great economist, and he was saying a lot of very correct things, and he was very much in a conservative mode. And I had heard all about you as you were running, and even before you were running, because as a tremendously talented economist, you were getting a lot of good write-ups. And I appreciated that. But he was, make Argentina great again. It worked. I actually sent him some hats for his early part of the campaign, and then he called me. He wanted a lot more, and I said, when does it stop? When will it stop? And it stopped with him winning. And he's become very popular, and he's on the verge of a breakthrough, I think. I think he's really on the verge of tremendous economic success. And the election is coming up very soon, and it's a very big election, being watched by the world, because he's done an incredible job. But with that comes some pain. And they have some pain, and now they're coming out of it. I think the victory is very important. Your poll numbers, I hear, are pretty good, but I think they'll be better after this. And you know, our approvals are somewhat subject to who wins the election. Because if a socialist, or in the case of New York City, a communist wins, you feel a lot differently about making an investment. I think, Scott, you'd feel that if somebody that had no chance. In other words, if somebody wins and has no chance of ever having a great economy because of that philosophy, you would put a halt to what we're doing. So it's an honor to have you here, and I want to tell you that your career has been an amazing one, and it's going to continue with the election. You're going to win the election. We're going to endorse you. I'm going to endorse you today, fully endorse you. And you know, people in Argentina like me. A lot of people like me. I'm even surprised myself. But we had a great week. We had a great weekend. We had a great period of time in the Middle East. It was very comprehensive, it went very rapidly, and I think it's going to lead to something that's going to be unrecognizable, certainly for the Middle East. What's taking place in the last few days? People can't believe it. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen the love in the spirit. And I've did a lot of things. I've done a lot of deals. I've done a lot of political deals where countries come into line or whatever. But I've never seen anything like this. The level of love. Collaborated. And it has to do with the mystique of the Middle East, I think. As if I did other countries. I did it. I did 7 other settlements of wars. Complete settlements of wars. And it was very well received. But this is something. I've never seen anything like it. The media coverage very fairly, and even the fake news, of which we have a lot, they actually covered it fairly for a change. And I appreciated that. We have to get back to that. So important. But I just want to say it's a pleasure to be with you. And we're going to have lunch, and we'll take a couple of questions from the news, and I'm sure they'll be extremely non-hostile and friendly. Like, JD went through a very friendly interview with George Slapadopoulos, and who was nice enough to pay me $16 million. The last time we came, he had to pay $16 million to me, which was good. It was worth it. It was worth having somebody lie. If you get $16 million, that's good. But JD had a very nasty person interviewing them, and we can't let that happen. Just as inappropriate to cut off a highly respected Vice President of the United States mid-sentence, which I guess it's one way to win an argument. That was the only way we're going to win the argument, so it was a pretty inappropriate. I want to tell you that, so thank you very much. It's helped. It's really meant to help a good financial philosophy where Argentina can, after 20 years of disaster, because it was very successful at one point, and it can be again, like Venezuela. Venezuela was very, very successful, and now it's a dictatorship. So, we can, when we can, help our neighbours. You know, we're making tremendous progress in South America. Mark Marco is telling me why he's like our great expert here. He really knows. You were telling me that so many of the countries are coming our way, and we had a few years ago when I just came back. So I've been here now almost 9 months, but when I just came in, I was amazed to see how poorly we've done. We lost so many, and one of them was Argentina would be lost if he wasn't there. And I think he won't be there, because the people recognise he's done an amazing job. He took over a real mess. So did I take over a mess? I took over a mess by, the Biden group, and Obama he started it. I tell you, Barack Hussein Obama started it.